Wow. Just wow, my friends. Um, it looks like a foggy day in the central San Joaquin Valley. It looks like it's winter, but that's all smoke. There is no sun peeking through. Um, People have their lights on. Uh, it's getting bad, y'all. Um, we are safe. I'm going to turn this around. I'm sweating like a pig because that's what I do. That's how I roll. But the reason is because I'm trying to get the. I'm also eating an atomic fireball. I love those. Anyway, I'm trying to get the apartment cleaned up because Grant's brother and sister-in-law may be evacuating down here to the store, although they may go into town, find a hotel room, or maybe they've got friends or, I don't know, other family they want to stay with. But I figured I would go ahead and clean this place up and make it ready just in case they or any of our other friends who live up there and may need a place to stay will have a place to stay. So that's what I'm working on today. I have quite a bit of open field, and depending on how extensive the evacuations get, I may go ahead and offer space, a limited amount of space to people who need to park an RV or, you know, don't have any other place to stay. I can probably easily get one, two, maybe 5 big RVs could easily be parked in this area. I don't want anybody parking out on the grass because it is dangerous actually to park on dry grass. So I would put everyone on asphalt or in front of the store, wherever. So I'm kind of thinking that through. I really want to be helpful, but I also want to be safe about it. So, yeah. I probably shouldn't be eating this and talking. Hang on. That is so gross, I know. Anyhow, I'm practically speechless with what's going on. The fire is raging down the mountain now instead of just up. My sister's place is right in the path of it. It's probably around 8 or 10 miles away from her place coming down the canyon. The Grant's family's cabin is probably gone. That area is such an inferno. There's nobody back there to give you any information or anything. So we're relying on looking at the fire maps, the perimeter maps and so forth. And it doesn't look good for that area of the lake. Also, I think that the power station that's at the far end of Shaver Lake is also pretty well surrounded by fire. I don't know that it has burned. I mean, it's a bunch of big, huge concrete buildings, but who knows? And so the last we checked, the fire was at about 50,000 acres, although that was hours ago. So the fire is 0% contained, which means it is just raging its way all over the hills. Oh gosh, I have to change hands. I'm beginning to shake. There we go. I hope you can still see me and hear me. So yeah, so what we're doing here, although we are well out of the path of this fire at this point, even if it got down into town, which is about 5 miles up the road here, and came down through these little valleys, even if that happened, We are in a place that is surrounded on three sides by road, and so there's a little bit of a fire break, and then the backside is a property that has been eaten down to the ground, grazed right down to the dirt. Our pastures have been grazed down pretty low too, because we've got a friend's cow visiting us for the next few months to partake of the grass, and then we have an alpaca on the property as well. So we would probably be okay, even if the fire did blow through there in that area, our area. I'm not so sure about the store. Still, I have a lot of fire break around. I've got a metal roof, I've got concrete walls. So even if it blew past here, it would go pretty fast, because it's mostly grass in my surroundings. Seriously doubt that it's going to get this far. It may not even make it to my sister's cabin, but we don't know at this point. So, you fill up a bunch of water containers, not because you're going to fight fire, but because we very well may lose power. And if we do, it's nice to have a bunch of water for flushing toilets, making sure the animals are watered and that sort of thing, washing dishes if you need to, that kind of thing. So I'm prepping up for that. And then this morning, Grant and I had a talk about our stuff, and it's like, wow, if we were in the path of a fire right now, or if this one threatened us, what would we do? And we, kind of mentally identified where all the things were that we would want to grab, any jewelry, any coins. We don't have much of that, but, anything of that nature, any loose cash lying around, which we also don't have much of, the family Bibles, the boxes of photographs, that kind of stuff. Just kind of looking around, I said, something, honey? Everything that's in this room, with the exception of the photos of my dad when he was a 5-year-old, I could lose it all, and it would be sad, but it wouldn't be devastating. So anyhow, we kind of are mentally prepped up for that. Although, like I said, I doubt that it's even going to come, even this down the hill, even as far as 10 miles up. But there are evacuations 10 miles up, so hard to tell. I think the evacuations are more about keeping the roads clear, because there are basically 3 main routes up into the mountains where the fire is, and they've evacuated those 3 routes. So I think it's more about access than people being burned out. So anyhow, I will make follow-up videos to this, I'm sure. But in the meantime, I have got work to do, so I'm going to do it. I'll talk to you guys later.